Welcome to episode 2 of the 2023 Run for the Million preview here on Up for Discussion. On today's episode, we're going to highlight the youngest rider in the field and also one of the youngest horses in the field, as we're going to highlight the 5-year-old Varsity Blu and Cade McCutcheon. Varsity Blu, as I said, is 5 years old, was sired by Wimpy Chick and out of the mare Flo in Blue Boone, who is a grandson or granddaughter of Pepto Boonsmall, and one of the only top end producers in two disciplines, as she is also the mother of Bet He's a Boone, who's been a high end cow horse with Clayton Edsel. So I'm going to jump into Cade's run from Cactus Reining Classic, and then we're going to come back, talk about this horse's strengths, talk about where he can be, and then I'll come back with my final thoughts at the end. All right. And so now we're going to take a look at Cade and Blu's run from Scottsdale. This was his qualifier at the Cactus Classic. And as you can see, one of the first things you notice about this horse is just how pretty he is coming in the pen. But I want you to watch here when Cade starts his left turn. Watch this horse's top line and footwork and watch how smooth he goes this whole time. Even if he may not be at that plus 1.5 speed, it's so smooth and so pretty you can't do anything but plus it, even no matter what you do with it. I love how straight and upright he stays in the shoulder. His body's so good. Good finish. And watch the same thing this way to the right. He's a little quicker and he gets a little bit bent with his neck. But watch his from the shoulder to the tail, that body stays really in and he finishes big there. Now, could that be smoothed out a little bit? Absolutely, but it's still a big maneuver either way you look at it, as that horse has all the potential in the world to go be huge in that turnaround. And as we take off for these circles, this is what I love about this horse. Now, mind you, it is what it is in terms of personal style, but I love that when you watch Cade run this horse fast, he hunts that circle. And Cade's showmanship, and he uses his own physicality being a little longer, that he can put his hand on that neck and show it off a little bit, but this horse is so honest and never tries to disobey across the middle here. Really good, really nice tight circles. Once again, I don't care about headset. I care more about that he's so willing. And I will say this, to the right, this thing is a pretty loper when he slows down. Real nice. Gotta love everything he does. Anything Cade moves, like right here, anything like that is an immediate reaction to correction or steering or whatever you want to call it. And I love it. And he just went and ran a big set of circles to the right, and now look at him go to the left. He's the same thing. Cade puts him out there and says, okay, go hang yourself, and he doesn't. He stays right in the middle, does everything he's supposed to do. I mean, this is what we want, picture perfect, when we were looking at this. I talked about it yesterday on Danny's video. As a judge, as a trainer, and as a fan, we want to see that. Same thing here with Cade. He's very dynamic in the shutdown. And I do wonder how hard Cade has to press on that outside rib, because I've never asked him that, because that horse does shut down and kind of drop his shoulder. I've never seen him have an issue with it, so I don't know if there is, but that horse is so dynamic and stylish that as long as he doesn't have any issues stepping in or out of lead, I don't see a problem with that, and I think that's huge going forward. It looks awesome. Now, I want you to watch this right here. Watch this horse and watch his front feet when Cade says, whoa. As soon as he hits the ground, his front feet pedal so fast and make such a good move and quick and smooth. That's the kind of thing you want in front feet in a stop. That is absolutely one of the best things you can possibly do right there, and it's amazing. I love that this horse just looks like he's trying to please all the time. Like he just wants to be so good. Same thing on this side. Big stop. Good rollback. I think the first side, the left side's a little better and a little snappier. Maybe Cade has a little more lateral control that way. But, I mean, you're nitpicking at that point. This thing is so cool, and I love this. Watch his stride as he runs down the pen for this final stop. He opens up big, and the bigger his stride gets, the bigger and smoother his stop gets, and that's his best stop because it's the one he opened all the way to. And it's a great way to finish that run. I love the fact that happened. That looks awesome, and I'm thinking this is another one, well, maybe not among the top 3 or 4 favorites for most people, he's definitely one you got to watch out for. And that's with both the rider and the horse. But I think it's interesting with Cade being paired on a horse that he actually got to spend the time training. And it's a really good combination. And with that, I hope you see why Cade picked this horse and why he might be such a strong contender among some of the dark horses. Blue's one of the younger in the bunch. His athleticism speaks for itself, and Cade's had faith in this horse the whole time. In fact, back at Arizona in Scottsdale, when he walked out of the pen and I was the bit checker, I said to him afterwards, I didn't know that horse had it in him, and Cade told me that he had always had the confidence that horse was capable of that kind of run. And he did, and he proved me specifically wrong, and a few other people. But Cade's here, he's showing one, and this time he's showing one that he trained, and he's always had good fortune with. And I'm curious to see how much different that is. But it's another horse that is a threat at the top level if everything falls his way. We all know Cade's the proven showman that to go win this event, as he's done already once. Let's see how it plays out. And once again, at the end of the whole series, I will give my rundowns on complete predictions. But for now, like, share, subscribe, and comment on the videos, on the Facebook page, wherever you see it. And I will see you tomorrow for episode 3.